Diving into the deep end, we'd like to cover loss today. It's something I don't really know if we've covered very much before.
Might have touched it here and there.
But it's never been
a whole topic.
Yeah. Have you ever really dealt with loss before? I mean, you talked a little bit about
yeah. I lost my other grandma this year, and I don't know. I don't cry, so I'm not like...
You should try it.
I should try it, yeah.
When was the last time you cried?
Could have been that state fair picture, but...
Yeah.
I've actually never been to the state fair.
Well, you should go.
I need to go. Maybe when I go and I cross in, I'll cry. Tears of joy.
I would think so.
When was the last time I cried?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
The last vivid time I can remember that I cried, I was in the back seat of my car, and Jenna asked me, because she was worried I was going to pass out.
Why are you here?
No, worse. She asked me how I was going to handle when my dog died. And he was nowhere near. He lived for several years after that. But that was like a touchy subject for me because I was like, this is the best dog ever. He's never going to die. And I just broke down. So I had to call my brother. I told him to put the dog on the phone and get him to I was like, tell him you're going for a walk. Get him to bark. Get him to make some sounds so I know that he's
okay
with us. And that was the last time I really, really cried, I think.
So I can't get a check and leave yet?
Are there times where you
We paid for the hour. We get the hour.
Are there times where you feel like, oh, should I be crying? Or... am I holding back tears?
Yeah. Jenna's dad's funeral, I didn't cry. I feel like I should have, but should I have? Because
did you feel like you were about to cry and you just held it back, or?
No, I don't know. I want it because you want to be tough. You want to be there for someone.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I needed to.
Just for the record, it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
And wear pink.
Do we have tissue?
We can stick them in your eye, see if you got any water.
No, I don't think I was trying to not cry.
So you're not anti-cry, you just don't physically cry.
Yeah, I don't do it often enough that it's... I mean, yeah, if that's the last time I can really remember crying.
That has to have been years ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did cry another time, same dog. We thought he was going to be put down one day.
I heard this story.
And my dad called me and he was like, this is...
I got to thinking about it. I don't think so.
And so he was not doing great. My dad called me. He's like, we think this is the time. He's like, I'll call you when it's, the moment. And I was at work and I went in the back room and I had a little moment and I cried a little bit. And then I never heard from him. And so I was like, okay, I figured it must have happened. I'm at peace with it. I call him the next day and he's like, well, we brought Rusty home. He's fine.
So bad.
And then when he finally did pass, I didn't cry because I already had my moment. I was robbed of tears.
I don't think that's how it works.
Maybe we can go out and find a dog and you can run over it. That'll make you happier, but I don't think so.
That's true. We are in Florida. They're everywhere.
That's true. That's true. Oh, you
Can
might
we say
want
that here?
to bleep that out.
We are in Florida.
We are in state in the south.
Southern state. We've said Florida before.
I know. I was just joking.
Oh, okay.
But for you, Grandpa, you've dealt with loss a lot recently, but throughout your whole life. And it's something that I don't know if I have a lot of experience with.
Thankfully.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean...
You've had cat problems. They're not exactly the same thing.
Not exactly the same thing, no.
And I hope that you never will have the situations I've had, but someday you will lose someone. Thanks to Emily putting a ceiling on our age limits. Life expectancy is only 76.1 years.
That was Mom.
No, that was Emily first.
Really?
Threw it out there.
I know.
I think. Could have been your mother, so.
Grandma's already past that point.
No, she's not. But anyhow, thanks for keeping up on her.
She's 76 this year.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You might want to ask Grandma that.
Grandma!
What?
How old are you?
76.
I thought you were 39. I want to recount. Anywho, trying to keep it nice for you, Grandma, but whatever.
33.
There you go.
33.
And a third. But yeah, back when I was 24, your age, I lost my mom, heart disease.
Wow.
And she was, my whole family was smokers. I was the only one who never smoked. And a few years later.
Or at least cigarettes.
Yeah. A few years later, my dad passed away when I was 32, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Then, since we moved to Florida, both of my brothers and now my sisters passed away also just a couple months ago. So it's been kind of, I'm the baby, but now I am the baby.
Yeah.
Now I am really orphaned.
Not orphaned, but...
Technically.
Yeah.
But, thank goodness for me, I've got you guys and, your dad and mom and, you know, friends, a lot of friends. And, you know, that kind of helps fill in all the thank yous and how's it going and everything. I mean, like a friend of ours, she just lost her husband because as we get older, that's what we do. You know, we don't get to keep hold of everything forever. And forever is about that long.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like she says, you know, I just hate it when everybody comes up and asks me,
How are you doing?
Oh, how are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, well, you know, some situations are different where a person was sick or unexpectedly. So it's, you know, it's like you never know, and it's like it just affects everybody differently. But
Yeah.
part of the deal is, yeah, it's a question of, are you doing okay? But, you know, you always say you are, but you're really not. And as you saw, I could cry in a heartbeat for any of that. But,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, that's why I say, you know, we've had that discussion with you before and Emily when we got in a big knockdown, drag out fight in the back room. And you're supposed to love each other. Well, you don't love me. Well, I don't love you either. So, you know, it's
I
like,
don't think it went quite like that.
pretty close, pretty close. And, you know, that was when my first brother, or my second brother, but he passed away first. So, you know, and that was like, I'd give anything to have him back. And we all forget that, you know, whatever happens, yelling and screaming is nothing. What we have is nothing except skin and bones and hearts and love for each other is what we're supposed to have, you know. Hopefully you guys got a long, long time to figure that out.
I hope so.
Did someone just step on a dog? What was that all about?
Grandma, call her.
Thanks for taking away my moment, Cricket.
Cricket, sit. Let there be...
Enough with the crap. Oh, I said crap. No, I didn't.
I've said worse.